I won't.
I tried.
Don't start.
Don't bother.
Want more? Want what?
To lose? To be?
To care.
Talk to him.
Talk to her.
About nothing.
About right. About time. It sucks.
It hurts. It lingers.
I don't want to talk about it.
The first word a person says defines them for life.
Mama.
At least that's what I heard.
Dada.
If that's the case, then I'm screwed.
Uh-oh.
That's right. Uh-oh. My brain finally learns to open my mouth and say the words right before everything goes to hell. You're going to fall!
Uh-oh.
Look out for the anvil!
Uh-oh.
Here comes Kyle.
Uh-oh.
My parents clapped when they heard it.
Uh-oh.
Most parents would have been confused or worried or offended. But not my parents. To them, uh-oh was as good as mama or dada. But who can blame them? They were young and I was the biggest uh-oh of them all. Maybe I did screw everything up. I don't know. All I know is I started life out on the wrong track and they congratulated me for it. Uh-oh was right.
My twin brother and I used to sit side by side in our crib and babble for hours.
You cannot pour a little ignited sister.
We understood each other.
Clue blue lyric.
And isn't that the point of language? But, okay, maybe we didn't really understand each other, but we definitely knew how the other person was feeling.
Ma, she talks sign language.
That's the point of language. To express how we're feeling.
Sign language love.
As we got older, things changed. Real words got in the way and messed everything up.
Fine.
I never understood the whole sticks and stones thing. As far as I could tell, real words ruin everything.
Idiot, dork, loser.
They don't express feelings, they hurt them.
Go away!
Little maid.
I say a lot of stupid things. I can't help it. An idea pops into my head and I don't know what to do with it. Most of the time, I know these ideas are stupid, so I try to keep it to myself. I really do. I shake my head and hope they lodge to the 90% of my brain I'm not using. But then, the stupid ideas sometimes find a way out and do a backflip off my tongue.
Who wants to shave the cat?
I drive everyone crazy.
Where's the cat?
I drive myself crazy.
I shaved the cat!
The summer I came down with laryngitis was the best ever. For once, I hit up all the stupid ideas I wanted, and no matter how hard they struggled, they couldn't find a way out. It was great. My friends were happy, my parents were happy, my cat was really happy, but then, the stupid ideas found a way out. Turns out it wasn't laryngitis at all. It was puberty.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Use your inside voice. Speak up.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
I hope you don't eat with that mouth.
I wash your mouth out with soap.
Don't say anything at all. I'm not done talking to you.
Not another word.
Shh.
Actually pay someone to sit in a chair and listen to me and talk to me for hours. It's ridiculous. Well, you kept asking me all these questions and I just don't understand why. I told him about how my dad sleeps too much and he started complaining about his lumpy mattress. And then I said that my mom likes to go hunting and he started talking about how he almost hit a moose with his car and almost died. Well, I guess it was time for me to draw.
Go ahead.
It seemed ridiculous, but what doesn't? So I drew.
What are you sad about?
I didn't know we were stupid or clueless. And trust me, there's a difference.
You really don't seem happy for you.
Well, there's a big difference between stupid and clueless. When you're stupid, you just don't understand anything. When you're clueless, you just don't care.
What are you worried about?
Turns out he was both.
Is that a pineapple?
No, it's me.
How can someone feel like a pineapple?
I don't know, how can someone feel like me?
This month, my mom thinks she's artistic. Trust me, she's not. If you need proof, just come over and check our kitchen wall. She sponge painted a hideous border of chickens across the backsplash. What's worse is that she needs a level, so the chickens gradually descended towards the sink, like they're committing suicide or something. It's tragic. Her latest thing is photography. She set up a studio in the laundry room and takes pictures of other people's babies. You know the kind I'm talking about where the babies are dressed up like vegetables? People actually pay her money to do this. All she does is throw a blanket over the washing machine and cram newborns into a head of lettuce. She's so excited because her only expenses were the camera and a salad spinner. But you should see the pictures. They're horrible. Soon everyone will figure out that she doesn't have a clue, and they'll start laughing at her again. We all know it's coming, but so long as she's taking her medication, we're not allowed to say anything. Not ever. Her mood is the permanent elephant in the room. Only now it's not an elephant, it's a chicken.
I got down on my knees and begged my parents to get me a dog. But that was never gonna happen because Dad's allergic to fur and Mom's afraid of fur. So I started thinking. I brought home a parrot. It was my friend's parrot, but I traded her my fake nudity for it. Turns out it was a good trade. For her. To her, that bird was stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid! It refused to talk, and all it did was flap its wings and peck my fingers. I thought my parents would make me take that stupid bird back, but they fell in love with that stupid thing. They love that bird more than me! Me! So I started thinking of ways that I could do him in. I left the window open, putting aspirins in his bird seeds, the blender. I finally snapped one morning when I came downstairs for breakfast. There he was, marching across my plate. There he was, marching across my waffles with his filthy little claws. Ugh. That's it, I said. Your time has come. So I reached over and grabbed the frying pan, and I swung it high into the air. And I was about to flatten him up. He looked up at me with his beady little eyes and spoke for the very first time. I swear I'm not making this up. He said, "Wolf." That's right, wolf. Turns out that stupid bird wasn't stupid at all. He knew exactly what was going on. He knew exactly what I wanted this whole entire time. He had deliberately snubbed me. You think I'm crazy, but just ask my parents. He talks all the time when I'm not around. No wonder they love him so much. Now, I'm more careful when I open my mouth. You never know who or what is listening.
I had a dream about birthday cake. It was covered in millions of candles, and each time I tried to blow one of them out, an alien would pop out of the cake. Soon, I was surrounded by millions of aliens, all covered in green icing. I didn't mind the aliens, though. There's so many around, I no longer felt like one. And the icing wasn't bad either.
I used to dream of becoming a doctor.
A musician.
A star.
But now,
Well, it's just not gonna happen.
How can dreams survive high school?
Point A, point B. Most people get from one point to the other without any problems, but I'm not most people. Point C. Why do I have to leave point A? Point D. What if point B is just a trick? Point E. How do I know I'll get there? F. What do I do when I get there? Gee, who else will be there? H, can I go back if I want to? I don't want to. These detours drive my teachers crazy, but I know I'll get there eventually. Unfortunately, my teachers don't have time for eventually. By the time I get from point A to point B, everyone else has left me behind. So I ask myself, what's the point?
I've never talked in front of a group of people before. Okay, well maybe it wasn't the whole world, but it might as well have been. The cute boys were sitting in the back and the mean girls were sitting in the front. I thought I'd die. And do you know what my drama teacher actually said to me? She told me to picture the entire class naked. Naked? How is that supposed to make me less nervous? I'm 15. I can barely look at myself naked. So there I was, trying to recite Shakespeare when all I could think about was body parts. Don't say breast. Don't say breast. Don't say breast. What light through yonder window breaks? Then I started wondering, what if everyone else was picturing me naked too? I was mortified. So I just did the first thing that popped into my head. I crossed my arms, closed my eyes, and did the entire balcony scene from Romeo and Juliet perfectly. Well, it wasn't what Shakespeare imagined, but Shakespeare's dead, so like, who cares?
Mr. Green's in the study with a revolver.
Wrong again. Can't you get anything right?
My math teacher, Mr. Fritz, thinks he's so cool because every other Friday he takes us to the library to play a game of Clue. I don't even know why he tries. Cool is not in his vocabulary. He has a great comb over and pants that go all the way up to his nipples. If you ask me, I don't see the point in it. But he claims it helps us with the
power of deduction.
The only thing I've deducted is that it's a complete waste of time.
Think about what you know before you open your mouth.
And I'm a complete moron.
How could I be Mr. Green? And the revolver was ruled out ages ago.
He needs to understand that life is just a game.
Life is not a game, young man.
Life is a game. But he doesn't seem to understand. I know everything about fractions and decimals and power to the nth degree. I prefer a regular math class. The only thing I don't understand is why does he pick on me every time the Parker brothers get involved?
You can't expect to get anywhere in life if you keep jabbering about things that have already been ruled out.
He's willing to squeeze every last drop out of that metaphor.
Think about what you know before you open your mouth. Otherwise, you'll just end up embarrassing yourself. Now with that in mind, who's a murderer?
Mr. Fritz in the library with the board game.
I don't know how the rumor got started.
How?
But I sure as hell know how it ended.
How?
50 stitches, 2 broken bones, and a freaking concussion.
How?
I wasn't even in the showers that day. I mean, seriously, how could I have looked at him?
How?
You know, that is the thing about small talk these days. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger until someone gets freaking clever about it.
How?
You think these pants make me look fat?
Am I fat?
Where did this come from?
You think anyone will notice?
Does it cover it up?
Should I dye my hair blue?
Should I cut my bangs?
Will it make me stand out?
How can I fit in?
Am I the only one who has to shave their legs?
Why can't I shower at home?
Is everyone looking at me?
Stop looking at me.
The human body comes in all different shapes and sizes. Some people have large feet, others have tiny hands. And that's just the beginning. Once you keep looking, the list never ends. Short legs, long necks, wide hips, fat tummies, flat chests, Skinny knees, round noses, thick lips, little eyes. Well, I'm no different. I have just enough differences to make me like everyone else. But if I can change one thing about myself, it would definitely be my ears. I'd make them smaller, so I wouldn't have to listen to everybody complain about their short legs, long necks, fat tummies, flat chests, round noses, thick lips, and little eyes.
When I finally got my driver's license, I knew exactly where I was headed first.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Drive-through windows are seriously the best invention ever. You talk to the speaker, get exactly what you want, and nobody has to look at you.
How may I take your order?
I'll have a bacon double cheeseburger, 10-piece chicken nuggets, 2 large fries, triple thick strawberry shake, and a Diet Coke.
What sauce would you like for your nuggets?
Mayo. Lots of mayo.
Would you like to supersize your fries?
Why not? I am starving.
You mean this is all for yourself?
Yeah, so?
Won't all this will make you sick?
That's kind of the point.
What do you mean?
I mean, I got it covered. Now mind your own business.
Drive ahead, first window.
My hair started falling out when I was 15. At first, it was a few strands to the top of my comb, then a few more in the sink, then a clump on my pillow. And now, there is a huge bald spot on the top of my head. And when I say huge, I mean just huge! It's so huge you can let a helicopter up there. I mean, seriously, it's not like I didn't expect it to happen. My dad's bald, my uncles are bald, even my grandmother's bald. But I kind of expected it to happen later, just way later. I mean, seriously, I'm the only kid in the yearbook who looks like an insurance salesman. So I started wearing hats, skater hats, baseball caps, hats, fedoras, you name it. If you ever see a guy wearing a hat, trust me, he's bald. But the only problem is that they don't allow hats in school. I mean, what the hell, man? What kind of stupid rule is that? But I have a theory that if all teenagers wore hats, our brains would retain a lot more information. Unfortunately, the principal didn't buy that, so I had no choice but to brush my hair and brush it in front. That worked okay for a while until one day my chemistry teacher just pointed at me in the middle of class and said, "I'll have to try that." I shaved my head once and that just made things even worse. All anyone wanted to do was to rub my scalp and just call me Mr. Clean. So that means I just gotta live with that, which would be a lot easier if I didn't have to walk up and down the hallways at school. Sometimes it feels like I'm running the gauntlet here. My goal is to get from one classroom to another before anyone makes fun of me. You wanna know something? They say keep your head down while running a gauntlet, but I hardly think that applies when really it's your head that everyone's talking about.
Birds, bees,
Boys, girls,
Babies, diapers.
Gay, straight.
Condoms, pills.
virus, disease.
risky, safe.
Yes, no.
No, yes.
Yes, no.
Sin.
Well, it was Valentine's Day, and Miss Freely thought the whole class should exchange Valentines. So she handed out red construction paper and told us to cut out little hearts. She showed us how to fold the hearts in half so that we'd only have to cut out each side of one heart. When we unfolded the hearts, our papers were complete. After we covered our hearts with lace and glitter, it was time to pass them out. Katie has long red hair and perfect teeth, so she got 1,000,000. Benjamin knows how to dunk a basketball, so his desk was covered too. I'm pretty much invisible, so I only got one. And it was from Miss Freethy. She didn't say it, but I guess she didn't want me to go home with half a heart.
I've been going out with Taryn for a while now. I mean, she's nice and all, but God, all she ever wants to do is talk on the phone.
Hey, Maddie, what's up?
I could be sitting right next to her, and she'd still dig out her phone and call my number.
What you doing?
How hard would it be for her to look me in the eye like a normal person?
You're so cute.
Maybe she doesn't want to look me in the eye. Maybe that's the problem.
Call me.
Sometimes I wonder if she loves her phone more than she loves me. And if that's the case, what would that make me, their pimp?
Love you.
It's like our relationship is heading down the tunnel and the connection's getting weaker and weaker.
You're breaking up.
We're breaking up and nothing in the world can bring us back together.
Talent night came around and my parents were so proud of me. They couldn't wait to hear my poem. They wouldn't miss it for the world.
Things I Shouldn't Have to Say by Rebecca Donnelly. Mom, are you okay? What's wrong, Dad? I wish they stopped fighting. They won't stop fighting. Stop fighting! Where are you going? Where am I going? I'm going to Dad's. I'm going to Mom's. That's Dad's girlfriend. Mom's getting married.
I'm never getting married. They said it was beautiful.
I sleep with the night light on, and when I wake up, I want to know if it's for real.
It's like unplugging a TV.
Does heaven exist?
I don't know what I believe.
What do you believe?
Then what? I'm not afraid.
Is it quick?
Does it hurt?
Don't turn off the light. He told me not to say anything. Shh. He told me it wouldn't hurt. Shh. He said I was special. Shh. I told him he was wrong.
I didn't know where else to go.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I walked up the front steps of the church and pushed on the heavy wooden doors. When I stepped inside, the sun was shining through a stained glass window, and I got hit with a bright red spotlight. As I walked forward, the colors changed, from red to blue to purple to green. As I sat down, it was yellow.
What brings you here, my child?
What happens when you die?
What do you think happens when you die?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
Then why be afraid of nothing?
I'm not afraid.
Why are you here?
I want to know what happens to my thoughts.
Your thoughts?
My ideas, my dreams, my opinions. Do they all just disappear as if I never had them?
What kind of thoughts?
I look up at the sky and all I see are clouds. They say heaven's up there somewhere, but I just don't see how. When I was little, we flew to Disneyland and I looked out the entire flight out the airplane window and I saw nothing. Just more clouds. Who cares about Mickey Mouse? I wanted to see God.
Seeing is not believing.
If heaven is as wonderful as everyone says it is, then how could it possibly fit in the sky?
The sky is endless.
Everything ends.
Not everything.
Life ends. Then what?
Your soul will live on forever.
My thoughts too?
I believe so.
Wow.
Is something the matter?
So when I die, I look up at the sky and still see nothing but clouds?
My grandpa comes every Friday to visit me in the hospital. One time, he waited to give me a kiss and knocked over my vehicle. Then he ripped out my arm and whipped around his head. Then the bloody piece of tape at the end got stuck to a picture of Jesus on the wall. The picture fell down and crashed to my bowl of good jello. It was kind of funny.
Whoopsie daisy.
I love it when grandpa comes to visit me. He never wants to talk about how sick I am or how I might die. He knows exactly what it feels like to have death looking around the corner and how not to talk about it.
Want to play a game with guys?
Why is everyone so obsessed with asking safe people questions? How are you feeling? Are you hot? Are you cold? Are you scared? No matter how I answer, it just leads to more and more questions. Are you sure? Can I open the window? Can I get you a blanket? Have you prayed? No, 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 and no. For once, I want to forget about it. For 5 minutes, I want to remember what it was like not being sick. No more questions. Please.
Do you have any threes? Go fish.
I dropped an egg roll in my grandpa's casket. Oh Oh, you want me to explain? You see, people like to bring food when someone dies, you know. They don't know what to say, so they stuff their faces instead. That was what my grandpa's funeral was like, an all-you-can-eat buffet. I even caught my Auntie Joni trying to sneak butter packets into her purse. Well, anyway, my Uncle Pete married this Asian lady named Ming. She's like super pretty. I wish I was that pretty. And she makes the best egg rolls ever. Better than the ones you get at the mall even. And she brought a pile of her famous egg rolls to the funeral. And everyone clumped to her side of the buffet. No one wanted the salmon salad sandwiches at the other end. The crust may have been cut off, but salmon salad is still salmon salad. Yuck. So, Ming had this brilliant idea of making these different sauces to go with her egg rolls. Sweet and sour, teriyaki, lemon, plum. Plum's my favorite. I was so happy she made so many sauces because it finally gave us something to talk about. Have you tried the lemon? Taste the teriyaki, dip it in plum. So, there I was in front of the church, standing in line to say goodbye to Grandpa. I don't know why they left the casket open. It's not like he needed to breathe. It was finally my turn to pay my respects, and I didn't know what to say. I just kind of leaned in and stared at his face for a while. His gray whiskers were caked in this pink foundation. He looked kind of creepy, but I didn't say anything because everyone else thought he looked so peaceful. I could feel the line of people pushing me forward, so I knew what I had to do. Try an egg roll, I said. They're delicious. And I just dropped one next to him. Weird, I know, spending an eternity with an egg roll, but somehow it just felt like the right thing to do. And now when someone asks me how I'm doing, all I have to say is, I dropped an egg roll in my grandpa's casket. That's a good story, I think. Almost as good as the sauce.
You know that little voice inside your head? The one that tells you what's right and what's wrong? Well, mine's a jackass.
When no one was looking, I stuffed the jeans into my bag. Well, I didn't get caught, so I went back again the next day. And again the next.
The window's not too high. Give me a boost.
Jesse's parents never locked the liquor cabinet.
You don't need an ID to buy whipped cream.
This brick ought to do it.
You should see the other guy.
I'm stuffed.
It only hurts a little.
Better than hurting a lot.
Tears don't leave a scar.
You can't if it's your first time.
Trust me.
You need a hobby, Dad said.
Something to take out your anger.
I had to give him some credit. At least he knew I was angry. Then again, anger is pretty common in my house. So he started up the truck and took me hunting. Not exactly my idea of fun, but it sure beat the hell out of football. So he patted me on the shoulder and put a rifle in my hand.
That's it. Now stand up straight
I stood up straight.
and squeeze the trigger.
I squeezed the trigger. My ears rang. My hands vibrated. I smelled burning.
Try again. Don't forget to aim this time.
I aimed. I could feel my heart pounding, which is something I hadn't done in a long time.
Again.
It was scary, but at least I felt alive. Unlike most days. Most days I just wanted to run. Wanted to hide. Wanted to die. Anything to stop them from talking about me.
Kyle is weird. I sit next to him in art class, so I should know. He has this weird habit of sticking his pencil in his ear and jams it in as far as it will go. And when he pulls it out, there's a huge gobble of wax on the eraser. His homeworks are littered with little brown spears. It's disgusting. It makes me want to puke.
I don't know why Kyle's the way he is. What I do know is that he ruins everything. He's the worst brother ever. My entire life has been Kyle this and Kyle that. God forbid we upset poor little Kyle. Just once, I like to be the center of attention. But that's pretty much impossible since everything revolves around him.
If you ask me, Kyle worries too much. Dude needs to take a chill pill. When we were little, he used to come over on the weekends to play video games with me. He'd grab onto the controller so tight that he'd snap the joystick right off. It's like he thought the zombies were actually gonna shoot him or something. God's word, as I said, he couldn't come over no more because he kept wrecking all our stuff.
Kyle is not my friend. Are you kidding me? No way.
What's the deal with Kyle, bro?
Why do I always get stuck with Kyle? He sticks his face into the noodles and digs them out with his tongue.
Kyle is gross.
I used to go out with Kyle. Not my proudest moment, but I had to start somewhere. I guess it wasn't all bad. He was nice enough. He bought me presents and opened car doors and junk, but sometimes he was too nice. You know what I mean?
Kyle makes me so mad.
Kyle stinks. Haven't you ever heard of a shower?
Kyle again?
I wouldn't go near Kyle when the time's so cold.
It's Kyle's problem. I'm so glad I'm not Kyle, that's for sure.
Poor, pathetic Kyle.
Kyle doesn't get it.
Kyle is a loser.
Kyle.
I couldn't take it anymore. They weren't talking behind my back, they were stabbing it!
Bang!
Everyone was lashing out and acting out and freaking out. They took out their frustration on the one person who would have listened. They were saying things and they could have just talked to me, please. But no one was saying anything.
Bang!
All I heard was noise.
Bang!
My ears were bleeding.
Bang!
I didn't know how to make it stop.
Bang!
So, I did what I had to do. What else could I do? In the middle of my own story, there's so much left to say. I closed the book.
Bang.
Why did he do it?
I can't.
I tried.
Do you think he's in heaven?
Don't make me. Don't start.
What did he want?
What
Support?
more?
To lose? To beat.
To care.
Where did things go wrong?
She kissed me.
What was he sad about?
About nothing.
Mad about?
About right.
Worried about.
What was he thinking?
It sucks.
It hurts.
It lingers.
Why didn't I see the signs?
Can we talk? I'm scared.
I'm stupid.
She kissed me.
He touched me.
I'm sorry.
I swear.
I'm confused.
I'm lonely.
I'm pregnant.
He hit me.
She hit me.
It hurts.
I'm hungry.
I'm fat.
I'm full.
I'm empty.
No exits.
All corners.
All traps.
I'm broke.
I'm sick.
I'm tired.
I stole it.
I need it.
I lied.
I'm sad.
I'm ugly.
I'm gay.
Does he love me?
Does she love me?
I love.
I love.
I love.
I love.
We love.
Go on. They're listening.